Hello. Got my little coffee ready for our little boob chat. Firstly, I just wanted to say, like, personally, thank you for all of your amazing comments on my last video where I talked for the first time about implants and getting them out. I didn't know whether I was going to share it or not, or whether I was just going to try and like keep it private and not say anything. I don't know, something in me just was like, no, you should share this because it might open up a conversation. And in the comments, I read some incredibly touching and brave comments, and just really supportive, and women being supportive of each other, and it was just really beautiful to read that. And I don't know, I didn't realise how much of a nerve that talking about it was going to hit. I don't know, it just really made me think, like, culturally, how much emphasis we put on our appearances, how much energy we use up thinking about our appearances. And I think for me, like, honestly, a lot of the reason why I want to explant is because as I've gotten older, I feel like I want to spend less time and energy caring about how I look. And for filming and stuff, I'll always put makeup on and that kind of thing, and I still do enjoy it, but mostly I love nothing more than just, you know, having a completely naked face, wearing comfy clothes that look like boys' clothes. And yeah, that's where I'm at. That's like my life stage that I'm at. And I don't want to say like rejecting cultural like sort of ideas of beauty, because I still do enjoy makeup and things, but I don't feel so pressured to be that way anymore. Anyway, I'm digressing massively. So let's talk boob update. So I've had my second consultation and my pre-op consultation. So I'll walk you through the second consultation first. I was actually weirdly nervous for it, which surprised me because I thought I was so mentally prepped, but I found myself physically shaking in the car on the way to the hospital that morning. I had to kind of give myself a little pep talk in my head where I was like, you've wanted this for like 2 years, and now it's come down to like crunch time, you're freaking out, what are you doing? You actually want this. And I had to remind myself a little bit. And I think mainly it's because I think I had almost like made less of a deal out of it in my own head to protect myself. I have to deal with whatever the outcome is going to look like based on like the decisions that I made when I was younger. And so that's my like mental headspace at the moment. But I had a conversation with my sister this morning, and she was like, you don't even know what it's going to look like, so what's the point of worrying about it now when you can worry about that like 2, 3, 4 weeks after you've done it? All you have to do is just like, you know, mentally prep for surgery and relax afterwards, essentially. So yeah, I think my main like reason for being nervous as such is just the fact that I don't know what this is going to look like afterwards. And I have had like conversations with friends and friends of friends who have done this, who are all very positive about it and say they wish they'd done it sooner, and how great they feel and how much they love their new boobs and how it's great to have their natural boobs back and stuff. So that does like give me a lot of confidence. Anyway, so in this consultation, it was more like me being able to ask any questions to my surgeon. He made me feel so at ease the second I got in there. It was like a pressure valve went off. So I know that I have picked the right person to do this for me. And I didn't really think that I had any questions. Turns out I had loads. I normally go to stuff like that planned, but I didn't plan this time. The main takeaways I took from this second consultation were that my surgeon recommended that I don't take any supplements the week before and the week after surgery, so from now until next week. And the main reason for this was the enzymes in your body change when you take certain supplements that can sort of react with anesthetic. He basically said, don't take any supplements. And I asked specifically about turmeric because I take that every day, non-negotiable. That's just one of the ones that I love to take, and I don't know, I just notice the difference when I take it. And that was one of the main ones, even though it's completely natural, that was one of the main ones that he said not to take. And also arnica, which I would have assumed after surgery that it would be like good to take arnica because it helps with like bruising and swelling and stuff, but he again said don't take that. So if any of you have any natural remedies or anything that you can recommend without me going into the sea of Google that can sort of aid my recovery, I would love to know, and I would be really appreciative to know, because I am so used to like taking my supplements and I've got the exact concoction that I love, so I feel like I'm a bit like, oh, what am I going to feel like, you know? Also, this is probably TMI, but I am currently waiting for my period to arrive, and I'm freaking out a little bit because I don't want it to arrive when I have to have surgery. I don't want to be on my period when I'm having surgery or recovering from surgery, because I just feel like that's just not going to be nice, is it? So there's a bit of me that's freaking out a little bit about that. But again, my sister was like, you can't control that. Stop being a control freak. And I was like, oh yeah, you're right. My surgeon also said that he will go in through my original scars, which you can hardly see now. I mean, it's been 13 years, but you can't really see them. He said he might need to lengthen them slightly. So I might have a slightly larger scar than I do now, but I'm really not fussed by that. And I've kind of seen a few images of women who have had the same thing done online. So I'm kind of mentally prepared for that. I know it's different when you actually have it on your body. But again, it's like kind of making my peace with my decision. Another thing he said is that I have to fast before the anaesthetic. It's been so long since I went under, it's been 13 years, so I couldn't remember anything basically. So no nail varnish, which is fine. I don't really wear nail varnish that much anymore anyway. No nail varnish, no makeup. He also said that I can eat breakfast, but only before 7 AM. I think my surgery is scheduled for like 3:30 in the afternoon or something. So I'm gonna be very hungry that day. I'm like one of those people that gets quite hangry. I am gonna make a really big deal out of breakfast on Friday. I'm literally gonna get up at like 6 AM and start cooking like a proper meal because I'm like, it's gonna be the last thing I eat for a long time. Other than that, I am just making a bit of an extra special effort to really take care of my skin from the inside out. So like I'm eating healthy fats like avocado, I'm drinking bone broth. I actually managed to make my own bone broth properly for the first time ever a couple of days ago, so I'm pretty pleased with myself for that because it's so expensive. I'm drinking more electrolytes and just drinking more water generally. I'm using beef tallow and oils on my skin. I'm, yeah, eating really quite clean and healthy, so I'm kind of giving myself the best sort of start to recover and just for my skin to kind of like do its best. Okay, so I'll move on to my pre-op consultation, which I had with my nurse, who was so nice. One of those women who is just naturally very caring, very sort of maternal, and just someone that you definitely want taking care of you when you're doing something like this. She specifically told me not to moisturize that part of my body, no driving for 48 hours after anesthetic. She told me all about how on the day that I go in the morning, where to check in, where to go. Oh, my earring just fell off. Got clip-on earrings on because my ears hate piercings, but I like earrings. Anyway, this surprised me. She also had to swab my skin just on my arm, but then also in my groin area to check for a bacteria, like a bug that lives on the skin. I have it written down over here. It's called MSSA, and it's like a bacteria on the skin that can cause an infection if it gets into your wound. So they check everybody for it before they do surgery. And they give you this cleaning wash to shower with and wash your hair with a week before, which I'm a bit like, oh, I don't want to use that. But I think it's actually, I read the leaflet about it that she gave me, and it's actually like really gentle, but it just kind of washes that bug off your body. So that was something that I wasn't expecting. She also said to just come in with like really, really comfy clothes, things with buttons and zips down the front. And I was gonna go and buy like some cheap hoodies and cardigans and stuff, and then I was like, I'm not gonna want to wear any of that afterwards, and so I would literally just be buying it so that I had something new to wear on the day. So I'm not gonna do that, and I'm just gonna wear a couple of the cardigans and jogging bottoms that I've already got. I'll just make sure they're all like nice and clean, just because I know I'm probably gonna want to get like a few new bras and tops and things when I've settled into my new shape. So I thought I would save the money that I would have spent for that instead. She also said in terms of recovery that I shouldn't do any lifting, so like no shopping bags, no hoovering, no, she was very specific about housework. She was like, no hoovering, no dishwasher, no laundry. I'm like, my house is gonna be a complete mess because I do all of that stuff. So I'm slightly freaked out about that, but it is what it is, and I'm just gonna have to deal with the mess. Oh, and she also said in terms of exercise, no yoga and Pilates for 6 weeks, which I think I'm gonna really struggle with, but I am allowed to walk, so I'm gonna do some big walks. Oh, she also told me that I had to wear compression socks for a week after, which I didn't know that either. I don't remember doing that when I had the implants in, or maybe I just didn't do it and they told me to do it and I didn't do it. That's everything from my second consultation and my pre-op appointment. I'm gonna do a little before because I am actually wearing the surgery bra that I'm gonna go in with. It's just a little zip down the front, sports bra, and it's very tight right now, but I thought I would do a before and after in the same top. This is just from Sainsbury's and it was £10 from Sainsbury's, so I've got it in 3 different colours. I'm hoping that's going to be enough. And this is the before. This is what the girls look like now. Had to put some padding in because didn't want you to see my nipples. This is the before, and then we have the little zip here. So you can see they're very round. It's like my Victoria Beckham 1999 era. But yeah, we will see what they look like afterwards. It's, from what I remember, which is a very long time ago, it's a bee sting and a pancake. So I'm kind of like preparing for that. Anyway, I hope that this was interesting and helped anyone who might be going through something similar. I will try and do like a little hospital bag prep video or Instagram or something at some point before my surgery. Let me know in the comments if you can recommend anything that I should put in my hospital bag, because again, it's been like 13 years since I had surgery, so they recommend obviously all the comfy stuff, but like anything that's like gonna make me feel nice, let me know. And thank you all so much for your support with this, and for just letting me be vulnerable and honest on the internet, because it's a very scary thing to do. So please be nice. But yeah, I'll see you all soon. Next time I see you, we will have 2 empty sacks. Mwah.